Okay, can I intro the podcast?
Do it. Take
Okay.
us away.
Hello and welcome back to the Mr. Movies podcast experience, where we are going to walk you through our favorite movies of September 2022, and you'll see if you want to watch them or not. My name is
Yeah.
Duncan, and with me, as always, this is Frank.
Yes. And this is our first episode of 2023.
Yup, we are almost caught up.
It's the year
What,
of 2020.
did you say weed?
We, like us. Because we're gonna
Oh,
make the
like
year.
us. Okay, sorry, I thought about
It's gonna
pot.
be the best year for the Mr. What is next month? We started this podcast in February, right?
I
February?
think so, yeah.
No way. Wait a minute.
This channel is almost old. We have been doing this for way too long.
I was gonna say I have our first video up. Why won't it tell me? Yeah, February 5th. So this will be
2020.
3 years. Oh my God.
2020. Oh,
What a good year. Remember when we used to record these in person?
it's a faint memory at this point.
Oh man. I watched way too much. So here's the thing. I moved into my apartment in the month of September and I was unemployed. So I just watched stuff all day while I applied for jobs. So
Gotcha.
let's see.
Oh, all right. Well, you should have plenty to talk about, I'm guessing.
I have 17 things to talk about.
I have 7.
Oh shoot. Well, I guess I should take it away.
Yes, you should.
Already. This is episode 49 of the Mr. Movies podcast, by the way.
Congratulations, everybody. 49.
Which means, so our next episode is going to be our most anticipated of 2023.
I'm going to edit it out.
Yeah, and that means we're going to have...
They're not going to hear that.
They are.
No, I'm editing that part out.
They're going to hear it next week.
I hope they can read lip
because we've been prepping it.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm going to take it away.
Please do.
I almost said the live action as if there's an animated one or I have to differentiate itself. I watched the Elvis movie.
Elvis?
And I thought this movie is very stylized, it's very over the top. But
it's Baz Luhrmann, right?
It's Baz Luhrmann, you know.
Well, then they're always over the top, yeah.
He's over the top, but he's a good. I like what the movies he's done. I liked Great Gatsby. He did with Tobey McSpider-Man.
Love that
and Leo DiCaprio. Like I like that movie. I like his style, and I think his style in this film is probably the film's saving grace for me, at least. I like the film. I'm going to agree with everybody else. It's weird to make an Elvis movie from the perspective of his manager played like Tom Hanks who talks like this. You know?
He's Southern the whole movie.
And but you know, it's if you like Elvis, if you like the music, you're going to enjoy this movie. I think. Yeah, there's some creative choices where I'm like, I personally wouldn't have done that, but I just, you know, it's a fun time, and you know, this movie's got some Oscar buzz.
Yeah,
so,
it did.
What have you seen this movie, Duncan?
No, I'm not a really big Elvis head. I don't think I could name like more than 4 of his songs. Were you like
Elvis heads?
I don't know.
I know they renamed the bone, the pelvis, after him.
That's not true at all.
It is. No, if you look up I'm dead serious. If you look up a book from the 1940s, don't go on the internet, let me finish. And you look it up, the pelvis was called the rotating thing. And they changed it because Elvis was obviously controversial for his pelvis. And since his last name was Presley, they took the P and put it in front of Elvis. So it's pelvis.
This says that his nickname was Elvis the Pelvis. So
yeah, they named it the pelvis after him.
No. His nickname.
No, they named the pelvis after him, Duncan.
You can't fucking trick me anymore, Frank. I'm stronger than you.
I was honestly hoping you were gonna fall for this.
I might have if I didn't have my phone.
I know, that's why I forgot the internet existed.
Yeah, wait, don't look it up. Just trust me.
Yeah. It
All right.
really
Do you
does.
recommend Elvis to anybody?
Um, it's a good movie, like just to have. I don't know. It's not like a sit down. It's long, so it's and it didn't really like. I don't know that that's the best. I feel like if you, it depends. It's such a dependent thing. I think if you want a more, I think there's more out there that you could get a better version of Elvis's life if that's what you're in to see. I think there's better stuff out there. But it's an entertaining movie.
Mhm.
I think it deserves the buzz, and yeah.
All right. Well, good to know.
What do I gotta go? Just gotta
Should
jump
probably
in.
do like two more, actually.
I'll do two more. I can. These two go perfectly together. So, as I was, I didn't have internet when I moved into my apartment, so I'd go to the library and I'd download stuff on my phone just so
Whoa.
I could watch it when I got back to my apartment. Um,
Wow. I had to.
and so I rewatched the entirety of Breaking Bad and El Camino. I did this in a week.
You, you watched all of Breaking Bad
I
in a week.
did. I don't know what happened, but
Did you
I was
eat?
well. But the thing is, Better Call Saul had just ended, and I was like, I was like, I got to jump back into it,
You were
and
riding that high. Yeah.
I was riding the high, and man, watching Breaking Bad after Better Call Saul is just what a trip! What a trip! I mean, this show it's incredible. And I think knowing, the background behind Saul Goodman, knowing he's Jimmy McGill and seeing that, like just knowing all that and the stuff that was happening behind the scenes. And I don't want to say anything that happens in the final season, but there's stuff that happens that takes place during the Breaking Bad timeline. And it's just knowing the context of it all is just so it works so well, and I can't believe how wonderful and well crafted this was. And I've been listening to the Better Call Saul Insider podcast by like the creators of the show, and like them talking about like yeah, when Saul was introduced, the first line he says is something about a guy named Lalo, and we had no plans for that. And so having watched Better Call Saul, knowing who Lalo is in the role that he plays in the life of Jimmy, I
Wow.
seeing that when he's kidnapped in Breaking Bad by Jesse and Walt, and he's yelling about, "Did Lalo send you? Did Lalo send you?" Like, I'm like, oh man, like there's a lot of trauma there. So I really enjoyed rewatching the show. There's so many great moments that I didn't pick up on. I think
Mhm.
this was my third time rewatching Breaking Bad. And it was my second time rewatching El Camino. I think the same thing. People sleep on El Camino. El Camino's fantastic.
I loved it. Yeah.
It's so good, and it's just I'm I feel like it's just like the Breaking Bad universe. Like as much as I'd love for there to be another edition, it's so perfect in and I'm sure 40 years down the line they're going to be like, we're bringing them back,
40
but
years.
something's going to happen.
Bryan Cranston's going to be in a wheelchair just being like, Jesse.
He's going to
Oh,
have
yeah, just ringing his
now.
bell.
It's just so good. It's so good, and
Yeah.
if you have not watched, I will say I do think of all three, Better Call Saul is the best one.
That I would agree, actually.
And you haven't even seen the final season yet, so you don't even know. You don't even know, Duncan.
You want to hear something that's going to make you really mad? My family was watching Breaking Bad without me because, I moved out. Whoops. It was my mom and my brother's second time watching it, but my dad's first time.
Oh,
And they got halfway through the final season and then they dropped it.
what? How?
Because Ian went to college, my brother left, and my parents were like, or my mom was like, "Do you want to like finish it?" And my dad was like, "Nah."
No.
It's my dad's fault. He has no idea what happens at the end of Breaking
Oh my
Bad.
God. No way. How do you literally?
He got up to the point where like blank died by the river,
Yeah.
and that's it.
How do you stop after that?
I don't know.
That
like
season is so good. Like rewatching, I was like, this is like, oh, like they basically had to start over in season 5, like without spoiling anything. Like the show basically is kind of has to do a soft reboot. but it works so well.
It really does.
It's insane. It is insane.
Well, I'll let you yell at my dad at another time to get
Oh
him to
my
pick it up
gosh.
again.
Well, Breaking Bad, El Camino, Better Call Saul, the Breaking Bad universe. Fellas, you gotta watch it.
All right, Frank, go one more time, and then we'll do one of mine.
Um, well, I like to highlight a movie that is in theaters currently.
Sure.
Because we're a little behind.
A little.
I've been hyping it up. I've been talking about it nonstop.
Here we go.
I'm not going to talk about my thoughts and feelings towards a movie, except all I'll say is it's fantastic. I love it, and everyone should go see it. I'm planning to go see it a third time in theaters. Avatar: The Way of Water. It hit expectations. It exceeded them. I ignore my sweatpants.
Expectations?
Okay, I got the.
Oh my God.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, I guess so.
What I'm talking about here is the re-release in September, which I think I might have talked about already on this podcast.
I think you have, yeah.
I've since recording that. I literally over the break I rewatched the first Avatar twice. Don't judge me, okay? I love this movie, and okay. Here's the thing. So when they did this re-release, they took it off of Disney Plus, and they said, hey, we have the big 4K re-release. It's coming to theaters, and it is incredible. The new re-release they did is astounding. It is visually insane.
Right.
So obviously Avatar: The Way of Water comes out. They're like, we should put it back up on Disney Plus and have the so people can rewatch it, get hyped and ready. But the thing is, they just had the old version up. They didn't put the 4K version up, and there's no news on whether or not it's going to release on Blu-ray or what. But I need that conversion.
You need your 4Ks.
And I need it now. But the Avatar re-release in theaters, I saw it in 4DX. They were spitting water at me. They were shaking the chairs. The wind was blowing in my face as Jake Sully was riding the Banshee and taming it. And I've never felt more peaceful in my life. This experience was nuts. People were applauding in this film like it was a brand new thing that came out. Like the credits rolled, people were going nuts, and then they played the Leona Lewis song, which slaps, the look into mine, I see you. And then people were like, yeah, Leona Lewis. And then I've seen the movie, so I know how the credits roll, but all of a sudden it fades to black, and I'm like, what's happening in here? And now an exclusive look at Avatar: The Way of Water. And people were like, yeah, and clapping. I couldn't believe the hype, but it was incredible. And I saw a clip from the movie, and I absolutely loved it. I can't wait to see Way of Water for the third time in theaters. I'm going to see it next weekend. I cannot wait, Duncan. I have Avatar fever. Paint me blue and put me under the tree of souls. I'm ready for Avatar 3, 4, 5. It's going to make $2 billion, Duncan. We're getting all the sequels, and James Cameron can't be stopped. Have you seen Avatar: The Way of the Water yet?
No.
Oh my God. When are you going to the theater to see this? You need to see it in 3D, Duncan. You need to see this in a theater.
I probably won't.
Duncan, why? Why not?
I'll just watch it when he re-releases it when Avatar 3 comes out.
Duncan, you have a lady friend, date night. Say, tonight, honey, we are experiencing The Way of the Water, and you're gonna like it. And then you take her to see it in I don't know if you're near a 4DX theater, but that is the best way to see it. But 3D, you have to see it, Duncan. It is insane. It is visually insane.
Frank, I'm gonna love and support all of your interests. I'm just not as big of an Avatar fan as you are.
Duncan, you need it. You need this in your life.
Isn't Avatar 2 just more of Avatar 1?
No.
It's not more?
It's an expansion of the universe.
The universe?
It's an expansion of the universe. You get to see more. We are introduced
Don't you just see more water?
Well, no, there's a tribe of avatars who are from the water, and it's so beautiful. This film is visually gorgeous. The story is fantastic. Amazing performances from Zoe Saldana and oh my gosh, Jake Sully. What's his name? Sam Worthington.
Isn't it about
Absolutely
whaling?
incredible. And so, oh my gosh, the guy, what's his name? What's his name? Stephen Lang, Mr. Quaritch. He's fantastic. He's fantastic in this movie.
Uh-huh. We got to move on. This
Everything
has gone
about
too far.
Avatar is just so iconic and beautiful and
What?
gorgeous. And I cannot
Iconic?
Iconic, yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
What do you have to say about that, Duncan?
I remember it being fine.
Duncan, if it was fine, why would they build a whole ride at Disneyland?
Sometimes I get it confused with John Carter, that movie about like
No,
fighting
no,
aliens.
no, don't say that. Why would you hurt me like
They're
that?
similar.
They are not.
They kind of are.
They are really not. Have you even seen John Carter?
No, I haven't. I've seen trailers for it when I was a kid in the theater for other movies.
It's not a good movie.
No.
I just remember this one scene where like the whole shtick is because he goes to Mars. He's lighter. He's basically like Superman because of the gravity, so he's stronger and he can jump. And
Right.
all the aliens are like, they have this very racist accent that I won't repeat, but they're like, "Where are you from?" And he goes, "Virginia." So they start calling him Virginia, but they want him to jump, so they go, "Virginia, Virginia," like this throughout the whole movie. That's all I remember from the movie.
All right. Maybe that is worse than Avatar. All right. Well, you've heard Frank,
You've seen
everyone.
Avatar though, right? The first one.
I saw it when it came out.
Duncan, you have to rewatch it. What are you
You said they
doing?
took it off Disney Plus. How am I gonna
No,
watch
it's
it?
on again. It's on
Oh,
again.
it's
You can
on.
watch it.
It's like 3 hours.
Duncan, it's 2 hours and 48
Speaking
minutes.
of 3 hours, we have been talking about this for too long.
No, we haven't. Listen, the December episode's coming and it's gonna be Way of the Water for like an hour and a half and everything else for like 10 minutes.
Mother, you can't do that.
I can. I think I can.
Our meeting is going to end in 10 minutes already. We've already got the notification.
Listen, did you know if you go, last tangent on Avatar, I promise. Did you know if you go to the Disneyland thing that they have, they will, for $75, this is a bargain, they will take a 3D scan of your face, turn you into an avatar, and put it on an action figure. Now, tell me this, Duncan. How can you call yourself a man without owning that?
I don't want Disney to have a 3D print of my
They
face.
probably already do.
Not willingly. I haven't
But
signed away any liability.
Listen, I don't know how I can. Why don't you tell us about what you watched this month?
Yeah, why don't I?
This is it's probably more like 30 minutes in and you haven't talked about anything. I suck.
I'm gonna put up a little like thing that says feel free to like put it on 2x speed for this section. I watched a TV show that I had recommended pretty heavily to me. It is Our Flag Means Death.
Oh, this is the Taika Waititi's a pirate one.
That's correct. It is about I believe it's pretty historically accurate in terms of source material. There was just a rich guy named Steed who like always dreamt of having an adventure, but like he's a boring guy, I guess, with a dumb wife and boring kids. So he ditches them. He hires a crew, he buys a ship, and he's like, we're gonna pirate. And so the show's a comedy because all of the dudes are like, our captain sure is kind of a dummy, but like he's harmless. Right. And they go on like little adventures, and Taika Waititi shows up as Blackbeard, and that stuff was interesting because Blackbeard is just like really sick of being a notorious killer. He's like, I don't want to do this anymore. But like it was entertaining. I don't know if it was like funny. I think if you really like the characters, you're gonna have a great time with it. For me personally, I don't know if I was in a weird mood that week or what. I couldn't get all the way into it. I'd give it like a B, like a B almost plus. It's really entertaining. I love the characters.
I've heard really good things about it.
Yeah, it is. If you're like if you think you'll be into that, then I absolutely recommend it. There'll be a second season, so there's like stuff to go on, but
Okay.
that's it from me.
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing. And
You're welcome.
I'm gonna get through a few. Okay, because
Okay.
I had 17. I went on a Breaking Bad and Avatar tape. That's bad. That's bad for business. I apologize.
No, 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 no. Don't worry.
Okay. I burnt my pants in the dryer and I'm really upset about it.
You burnt your pants?
Yeah, when you leave your pants in the dryer too long and then they get the burnt marks.
No, I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. I watched the Hulu original movie, No Exit. It's about a bunch of strangers that are in a cabin, and I think there was a murder. I don't really remember this movie well. I put it on at like 2 a.m. I did not enjoy it, unfortunately.
Okay.
I appreciate what it was trying to go for. I think it just missed the mark, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
DC League of Super Pets. They went swinging with this one, and a lot of people really enjoyed this movie. And if I was like, what, this is definitely like I feel like we've been spoiled in the fact that a lot of kids' movies nowadays are targeted towards adults. And this one isn't. It's a kids' movie, it knows what it is, and it wasn't for me. And I can appreciate that though. I can say, you know what, that's not for me, but I'm happy it exists for the children. Okay, for the children.
For the children, right.
What, we've talked about this one ad nauseum on the podcast, but I watched it in September.
Keep talking. I'm still listening.
I love it. I just got to talk about it. Barbarian. It's
that's a good movie.
It's so good, but we've talked about it ad nauseum on the podcast. I actually just rewatched it for the third time when I was home. My mother said, Frank, I want to watch a movie, put something on that you think I'd like, and that woman hates horror movies, so I thought it'd be funny to put it on.
And played Barbarian for your mom?
Yeah, and she was yelling and screaming, and
of course she was.
It was hilarious. She didn't know what it was about, by the way. I just said, it's about a staycation gone wrong. And I said,
that's mean. I considered doing that to my family too, to be fair, but the point is that I didn't.
Oh, it's great. I love it. And yeah.
It's a good movie if you sign up to watch it.
Do you have anything you could talk about in 4.5 minutes? Actually, you know what? I probably can. I can knock off another one if we. I feel bad. I just have so many. I just
go for it.
I watched the Buzz Lightyear movie, and you know what? Everyone on Letterboxd, all the pretentious film bros were like, about this movie. But you know what? I had a damn good time watching it. It's fun, okay? It's just trying to have a good time. The action scenes are amazing. It's the first Pixar movie to have IMAX sequences, which were incredible on my TV. And Disney Plus has got that contract with IMAX, so the aspect ratio moved. I was like, Buzz Lightyear, you flying through that? I was all about it. I loved it. And it was just a good time. It was very sci-fi. It felt like a 1990s movie, but in like a very good way. I enjoyed it. It was a fun time. I can't think of more ways to say that. Chris Evans, great casting.
Okay.
And, I recommend it. That's a 2 a.m. movie. It's 2 a.m. You've had the last straw argument with your wife. She's about to file the papers, and you just gotta watch the Lightyear movie and forget about it all.
Do not watch any movies at 2 a.m. Everybody, it can't be worth it. Whatever it is, talk it out with your wife.
We're gonna take our little break now, I think.
That's probably smart.
And when we come back, Duncan will tell us about what he watched.
I guess I will.
Alrighty.
Bye.
This isn't goodbye.
Well, bye for a minute. Bye for a minute. God, you always undermine me at every turn. And we're back.
We're back, baby.
We are.
I have 9 things left. How many do you have?
6.
Take us away.
I watched a little TV show, a little ditty called Dated and Related.
Oh, I heard about this. Yes. I wanted to watch this. This is the one, right, where it's the siblings go on the dating show together, but they have to choose the other sibling's partner for them.
Yes. Okay.
I would never do this with my sibling in a million.
No, of
That is
course
the worst.
Okay. I know I'm known for like my dumb Netflix TV shows. This one was gonna happen no matter what.
This is it good?
It's ridiculous. It doesn't have to be good.
I've heard it's
crazy.
really good. Like it's just so over the top that it's good.
It's gonna make you cringe. I'm
gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm so excited.
It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a dating reality TV show, but it's with pairs of siblings. And so your sibling has to be your wingman or your wingwoman, and that's the premise.
I love
How do you rank that? Like who wins? It's a competition. Who would win? The sibling?
It's so don't they have challenges? I heard they have challenges.
Oh, yes, they do.
I can't remember what happened. Someone told me there was one where one of them was locked in a bathroom. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it in September. We will do a whole episode just about Dated and Related. I do need to watch this.
All right, well, there you go. Stay tuned for more Dated and Related updates.
Anything else to add?
I'm not proud that I watched it. I guess that's all.
What was your favorite moment from the show?
I had no moments. Oh no, wait. Two of the guys are like New Jersey like douchebags, and they're talking about because they're bros and they're trying to hype each other up, and they're like, bro, we could get anybody here in this villa. And then it cuts to all the girls like talking, and they're like, we don't really like those two New Jersey guys.
Rocking the boat, Cheech. I think we're doing the right thing. No, yeah, dude, we're not one fucking thing. I like where we're at, our position. So I just think we should keep pushing the pace.
What?
I love that. I love that so much. I cannot wait to watch this. Is it like when season 2 comes out, you're gonna watch it, or?
I don't know. If you like it and you make me, then I guess I will.
It sounds amazing. Well, you know what? While we're talking about dating and stuff, I watched it was called Untold: The Girlfriend Who Didn't Exist, and it's a documentary about this football player who had in the same weekend found out that his grandma and his girlfriend died.
Oh.
The only thing is, it turns out that the girlfriend wasn't real. But he didn't know that. So it
wasn't real, like he was being catfished.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's so messed up, but goddamn, it's so good. It's such a good watch. My jaw was just kept dropping. I was like, this is insane. I couldn't believe what I was seeing unfolding. But it's so, I can't even put into words the magic of this document. Like it is sad. The stuff with the grandma is generally sad because there was like,
because it was real. Yeah.
And it's sad when he juxtaposes that to the girlfriend, and it's just like, oh, and this was like a nationwide thing. This was like the whole, like the first football game back, everyone was like rooting for him and being like, this poor guy just went through so much crap. And then that came out, and it was just like,
do they catch the catfish?
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
I don't know if I can.
So the catfisher is interviewed throughout the film.
Oh.
And it's
one of those documentaries.
Yeah. And it's good. It's so good. I Untold: The Girlfriend Who Didn't Exist. I highly recommend.
All right.
It's a good time. And you know, while we're on the dating catfish train, I got to take a sip of water. Okay, this is
tense. I got catfished once.
I'm
gonna cut to the big twist. I don't know if it was a catfish or not.
No. Okay.
I'm not gonna argue on her behalf. I'm pretty sure she lied to me.
Well, I watched the Tinder Swindler.
There you go. Speaking of,
Have you seen Tinder Swindler?
no, I have not.
It's good. It's genuinely really good. That movie really sucks you in, and just I was like, damn. I, Pretty self-explanatory. It's about this guy, and he basically catfish. He didn't even catfish him. The story is so insane. I don't want to give anything away, but like, I kind of didn't want to watch this. I was just like, it's gonna be some guy.
It would like not make you
I
feel
thought
great.
he was rich, and he turned out to be living in his mom's basement. And it's not that at all. They actually meet the guy in person. That's all I'll give away. And like,
Wait, like the documentary finds him or like on their own?
no, so the documentary, he's not in the documentary. It's the story of the victims, but they're like, we met, there's like pictures of him in the film, and they're like, we met up with this guy in real life. Like, he moved in with some of these girls, like they were living together, and they
All
did
right,
not.
I'm gonna watch this documentary.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, it's good. It's good. You
got
gotta
me.
watch it. Tinder Swindler is fantastic, and it is, I can't recommend it enough. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Duncan, you gotta go. Take us.
I watched something called Vox Machina. This showed up on my Amazon Prime, like the suggested
Yes.
thing. And it apparently this is like a big thing that I just missed. There is like a really famous Dungeons and Dragons podcast called Critical Role.
Yes.
That got like super famous. I've played D&D once. Like I know what it is, but I'm not involved. So this podcast apparently did crazy numbers. They have a bunch of spin-offs. And so this is a TV show written by those people and voiced by those people, I think. And it's just like another D&D game inspired story.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of enjoyed the toying around with the genre because like it's fantasy elements of stories are usually taken like very seriously. Sorry, there's a dog just going nuts somewhere.
There's an airplane like literally above my apartment.
We're so professional. So fantasy elements are usually,
podcast.
Fantasy elements are usually supposed to be taken seriously, and it's fun to see them toy around with that. I will say that if you don't care about the people playing the characters, there's like a lot of inside jokes or like jokes that are inside jokes that you just don't get. I felt kind of left out, which is not what D&D is about, if you ask me. So like, I don't know, watch it if you love fantasy stuff, but otherwise, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. That's a fair analysis. All right, we're gonna get to 2 streamer movies, okay? We're gonna
streaming.
Netflix original movie Do Revenge with Maya Hawke and the girl that plays Veronica.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, is it on your list for this month or?
Not this month.
Okay. Well,
but I've seen it.
What did you think?
I get it. It's a little more higher produced than the other Netflix original bad movies. The plot twist was interesting, but I think they probably could have done more with it.
And then the other streaming movie, this is I'm gonna give a trigger warning because this movie kind of deals with like school incidents that happen in a school with
school stuff.
School stuff. I don't want to say it because YouTube is, I don't want to, I watched The Fallout on HBO with Jenna Ortega.
I don't know if I've ever heard of that.
So it's basically her and this girl that she didn't get along with are stuck in the bathroom during an event at the school. And they kind of like after going through that trauma together, like form this friendship and this bond. And it kind of shows from the kid's perspective the trauma of going through an event like that and how that's going to affect you through life.
Right.
And I thought this was a really great, powerful movie, a great performances, and just like I recommend checking it out. I don't want to say too. It's one of those movies I can't say too much about it just because you just have to watch it. It's not the most like plot heavy movie. It's more so just be with these characters as they go through this.
Like very performance.
It's
heavy.
yes, and it's very well done, and I enjoyed it, and I recommend checking it out.
All right. Yeah, that kind of stuff. I'm very hesitant whenever I even hear about that type of subject matter, but I do think it's important that they are depicted in like some way, and I'd prefer that to be as respectful as possible.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to hear that kind of hit those standards.
Mm-hmm.
My turn?
Your turn.
This movie was my favorite of the month. I watched RRR or Triple R.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm watching it tonight. Tonight I'm watching it. I've had a coworker yell at me that I need to watch this movie. So I said this weekend I'm gonna watch it. I'm watching it tonight.
I don't know if I should like say anything about it then.
Or I'm seeing the grumpy Tom Hanks movie.
Well, for everyone,
I'm also excited about it.
For everyone listening, RRR is is it Bollywood?
It is not.
It's not. It's a foreign film from a different company that's not Hollywood or all of the brands here in America, USA. This movie, so for Ian and I watched this, my brother and I, we weren't well versed in their cinema styles. We didn't know really what we were getting into besides like a few rumors. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so this movie outdoes every action movie I've seen in the past 10 years.
Until you see Avatar: The Way of Water.
No, I will promise you, you'll agree with me. This movie blows Avatar out of the water because there are I can't say.
I know there's musical numbers.
There is a killer musical number. If you're into, okay, it's also 3 hours. It's pretty long, but I promise you, if you give it a shot, everyone listening, you'll love it. It is the same kind of, it felt like I was watching like a franchise of movies all in one.
Okay.
And the characters are very, very well done. You understand everything they're going through, even if you hate them at sometimes. Watch the movie, RRR. Incredible. That's it. I want you to like text me.
I'm watching it tonight. I can't wait.
I want you to text me your thoughts after you watch it.
I will. All right, we're gonna go. So September. So from here on out, I'm gonna be talking heavy about new releases because September, I signed up for. I bit the bullet and I signed up for Regal Unlimited, and I'm an addict. It's bad. I don't sleep. All I think about is going to the movies.
Wow.
And I love it. It's my favorite thing, and I'm there all day.
I wish I loved the movies as much as you do.
So day one, I had this thing. I saw 2 movies in one day, and then I went back the next day, and that's when I saw the Avatar re-release. Like I was in
big few days, yeah.
I watched the movie See How They Run, which is this cute little murder mystery movie with I can't pronounce her name. Saoirse,
I think.
Saoirse. I had speech therapy when I was in first grade.
Circus. It's like circus, but with it looks slurred.
Saoirse. I can only say it like Saoirse. I can't,
Saoirse.
Los Angeles. Hi. Could I get a vegan meat sandwich?
That's a good impression of her.
Thank you. See How They Run is it's the most adorable movie of the year.
Oh.
That's not true. Marcel the Shell is, but it's up there. And it's on HBO Max now. I recommend it. It's just a good watch. It's a cute movie. It's a cute little murder mystery, You snuggle up. That is a date night movie. Okay? I'm saying it now. It wasn't for me. I was by myself in a theater full of 80-year-old women, and they were all like, this movie's just delightful. But I had a great ass time.
Did you shoot your shot with any of them?
I didn't. Can I just say, I love seeing movies when there's old people in the theater because they want to talk to you afterwards about the movie. And I love that.
Oh, that's really sweet.
I live for that, Duncan.
That's actually really cute.
And See How They Run was no exception. It's such a fun, cute movie. And I highly recommend it. Check it out. And then the other movie I saw that day, and I'm sure you've watched this movie and we're going to have a lot to say. Don't Worry, Darling. Have you seen it?
I have not seen this.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Because Florence Pugh is in it. I love her.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't like what this movie did to her.
Did you see the video of Harry Styles spitting on Chris Pine?
I saw a breakdown on why it wasn't spitting. Like it was like frame by frame analysis.
I don't know how you can watch that and think it was not. He goes
really right.
You cannot convince me he did not spit on him.
People were saying that like he was clapping, and then after he looks down, he picks up his sunglasses. So like he like was just noticing his sunglasses. But the head movement of
the lips go moo. And then Chris Pine looks like someone just
like he follows it down, right?
Yeah, and then looks at him like, what is wrong? And then he laughs like, what is wrong with you?
Right. It looks. I mean, it's like, is the dress white or gold or what? Black and blue?
So, do you know what happens in this movie? Do you know the twist and all that?
I don't know the twist. I really only know the behind the scenes drama.
Would you? It's on HBO. Would you ever watch it or no?
I guess someday, like eventually. So yeah, maybe don't spoil it.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Tell me the twist anyway. I don't care.
No, I'm not going to spoil it because if the podcast listeners want to watch it.
That's fair. What are we calling them? Children of the pod?
I will say this movie.
Don't watch children.
I'll spoil it without spoiling it. So spoilers, I guess. If you've seen WandaVision, you basically have seen this movie. It is beat for beat WandaVision.
Vision's in it?
There are props in this movie that I'm like, that prop was in WandaVision and was used in the same way.
Oh.
There is a literal actor in this movie who was in WandaVision. And it's WandaVision.
Is there any chance that Olivia Wilde copied WandaVision? I don't think the timeline works out that way, but maybe.
Maybe, I don't know, but it is.
I don't care enough to check.
I don't care enough to check, but there's also too many coincidences for it not.
Gotcha.
One of them, some script leaked to someone because it's too. There's no way.
Well, I mean, Harry Styles was in Marvel and Florence Pugh was in Marvel. Maybe they got tips. I don't know. Who cares?
Harry Styles was in Marvel.
For one scene, yeah.
Yes. I have 3. How many do you have?
2.
What do you want to do?
You go. You have more. Go for it.
Okay. I'm a big I'll go fast on this one. I'm a big Kevin Smith fan. I like his movies, and I finally got to watch Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, which makes fun of just the entire reboot culture of Hollywood. And it's a fun time. I really enjoyed it. And I recommend checking it out. If you like Kevin Smith movies, you're going to like this one. I have not watched Clerks 3 yet. I've heard it is his best movie in years, and I cannot wait to see it.
I don't like reboot culture, but I hate movies about reboot culture.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Is this like too much of that?
Did you see the new Scream movie that came out earlier this year?
I've never seen a Scream movie. I didn't watch Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Chip and Dale!
That's what it was.
Rangers!
There's a muscle in my head that's like, Frank's gonna do something when I say that. Anyway, I don't really like enjoy the whole like Hollywood, right? And then like Hollywood produces it.
That's fair. I thought the new Scream movie did it the best,
Uh-huh.
but Jay and Silent Bob I still thought was fun.
Okay.
It's a Kevin Smith movie, you know?
Mhm.
Duncan, what did you watch?
I watched a TV show called Reboot.
Oh, is this the one? No.
We were just talking about reboot culture, and I watched a show about it. So,
With
whoops.
what is this on Amazon Prime?
I watched this on Hulu.
I don't know what this is. I've definitely heard about it though.
So the premise is it's an old TV show where like it was about like a family matters kind of dynamic where it's like, oh, the uncle and the wife and the kid. And the idea is that they're rebooting it to be for a modern audience. It stars Rachel Bloom and Keegan Michael Key and who's the dude from Jackass?
I know his name.
White hair.
Johnny Knoxville.
He's in it.
Okay.
Judy Greer, she's in it.
Does she play a shitty mom?
No, what maybe?
Yes! Yes!
I can't remember if she has kids or not.
Poor Judy Greer. She's always playing the shitty mom.
I'm glad she's kind of not taking those roles anymore, which is cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, the show is like fine. Like I cared enough to like keep up with it as it was airing. But it's very much a show about something I'm not interested in because it's very much like back in my day there weren't as many green screens. So it's fine. Maybe you'll like it. I really watched it because I really enjoyed the performances of a lot of those actors. I'll probably catch a season 2 if there is one, but yeah. I'm actually like not super enthusiastic about a lot of these movies I watched.
That's okay. That's okay.
But I didn't like hate all of them.
Well, Duncan, that's okay because I'm about to be super enthusiastic. Because speaking of reboots, we got to talk about September saw the 5th season of the critically and audience acclaimed show Cobra Kai. And my God, season 5, my boy Terry Silver came in and he kicked ass, he took names, and the Cobra Kai universe will never be the same.
The Cobra Kai universe?
This show is intense. It's balls to the walls. They had a samurai sword fight this season, and it was badass.
They don't own guns.
Word I can use to describe the show. Ralph Macchio, he is a national treasure, but you know what? So is William Zabka. William Zabka is the most underrated, underappreciated actor of our time. The emotion and nuance he brings to Johnny Lawrence in this new reboot is just absolutely, it's unbeatable. You can't see it and anywhere else. And I think of all the requel, sequel, reboots, Cobra Kai is doing it the best because they're giving you the legacy characters. They're doing their own thing, but then they also introduce these new characters, the new generation, and they're just as good, if not better. And they have a meet at a crossroads, and it pops off, Duncan. It pops off. And I love Cobra Kai. I love everything the show stands for. And give me 10 more seasons. Give me 15. I want Ralph Macchio in a wheelchair going, I remember when I used to do the crane kick.
For newer listeners to the podcast, Cobra Kai was Frank's first Avatar. This is what he would bring up nonstop in every episode.
I love Cobra Kai. You watched the first season.
I did because you made me.
I did.
I thought it was well done. I didn't get it. I thought the movie was like a fitting end.
No.
No, the movie works as an ending.
The movie works as an ending, but why would you want it to end when there's so much story?
It's a movie.
Listen, milk this thing till it's dry. It isn't yet. They're on season 5, and I'm like, I keep going.
Too much milk. Nothing is meant to be milked that long. Nothing. Well,
Cobra Kai season 5, Cobra Kai Never Dies. I don't know what I can say about the show that hasn't been said already. You guys need to watch it. It's on Netflix now. It's never been more convenient to watch. I think next season might be the last one. It does feel like it's starting to,
No.
the doors to the dojo are starting to close, if you will. But I cannot wait. I love it. And my God, season 6, let's go, baby. I'm ready.
Wow.
Duncan, what did you watch? Quick, we got to get through it. We got 8 minutes
Right.
and 55 seconds left.
My final movie of September was called LOL.
Huh.
This is a 2011 era movie starring Miley Cyrus and Demi Moore.
Is this a horror movie?
No.
Why?
But it's also not a horror movie in the sense that nothing happens. I don't think this movie has a genre because the theme of the movie is like teenagers be on their phone, which is not a theme. It doesn't go anywhere. Miley Cyrus has this strange relationship with her mom and their sibling, and they live in a tiny house, and her mom's trying to date again, and she's in her own love triangle. It's about relationships, but like it's called LOL, and the font is in like the little text thing. So you'd think it has to do really heavily about technology. And we're in 2011. So she's like, get out of here, mom. I'm online. And it's like a little flip phone BlackBerry. It's like this movie is unintentionally very funny because it's all about tech. Tech is grabbing our kids, and it's like the weakest tech possible.
Yeah.
Like VR would blow that kid's mind, but it's not good. I don't think the movie ends. Like there's no conclusion. They just kind of go like, I love you, mom, despite everything. And then it ends. I recommend to watch this only if you are willing to laugh at the movie.
Okay.
That's LOL for you.
We got to go. We got to get this done.
Take it away.
Alrighty, my last thing, my favorite thing that I watched in this month, it's got to be season 2 of Superman and Lois. After the season 1, I thought this show was so incredible. It's so heartfelt. It has the heartstrings of like why I love the Superman character so much. It takes the best of my favorite Supermans. I feel like my favorite elements of Christopher Reeves, Brandon Routh, and Tom Welling, and then Henry Cavill, and it just combined them all into this one Superman. And Tyler Hoechlin is the definitive Superman. I'm just going to say it. I unfortunately think that with the CW being bought, this upcoming season 3 is going to be the final one. But you know what? It's been such a ride. Let's take this thing out on a high. This season was able to do the multiverse without it feeling cheesy and goofy. They did Bizarro and made me like feel for Bizarro this season. And I absolutely love that. I think the show, the effects, the visual language of the show, it doesn't feel CW. It feels HBO. It's better than anything they've been able to produce on most streaming services as far as superheroes go. And I just absolutely love it and adore it. And what I love about this is that it's all character driven. The story with Clark and Lana this season I thought was fantastic. Oh, and Kyle and Lana, baby, don't get me started. I love this season. It really drew me in. It's spectacular. I don't want the show to end, Duncan, but I know when this upcoming season's the last one, but we just got to cherish it.
I'm happy you got like a good iteration of your character. I know every DC character has kind of been going through this.
Let me tell you, being a DC fan right now, woof. But I'm hopeful for the future, and it feels like the end of an era with DC TV. It really does. And
I'm glad it's coming to a close with such a strong show.
Yes.
So close to your heart.
And we'll see how it all ends. But that was episode 49, baby.
That's it. Thank you for listening.
Episode 50, our most anticipated of 2023. We'll talk.
Thank you for listening, everyone. Let us know if you watch anything we recommended.
Yeah, watch Superman and Lois.
You don't have to watch that one.
No, watch. It's on HBO Max, so watch it.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.
Bye. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification, all the standard YouTube stuff. Engagement, video, comment. Bye.
Bye, everyone. My God. engagement, comment.
I don't know what the algorithm is.